Hello crafty friends, it's Donna here, back after a really big burst on the books. I'm sorry for my radio silence, but I'm back. And today I'm just going to make some really fun tags and then show you a way that you can easily turn these into cards if you'd prefer. I'm going to be using the Vintage Rose embossed die cuts. Hopefully my camera can pick up just a little bit of this shine. And also the Vintage Rose Basics 6x6 papers, which colour coordinate really well with them. I'll also be using a stitched tags die to cut out my tags, and later on an embossing folder. I'm using recycled Kraft cardstock for these, and I'll cut my little tabs from white card. This stitch rectangle die comes in 4 sizes with some ring reinforcement type tabs and also these little ones which fold over the top of the tag. I'm going to be using the 2 biggest sizes today and both of the tag types. I'm using the fold over tab to work out the placement for the hole in the tag, and then I'm just going to peel that back like a little hinge and remove the tab, and the small die is in the correct place. Once I've done that, I'm going to leave that washi tape on the little die because it looks like it'll be really easy to lose, and I'll just stick that down so I don't lose it. If you choose to use the other tabs, which are just circles, you'll be able to punch your hole anywhere you like and just add the circle to it. I'm going to use some white gouache mixed with water, and I'm going to create a fairly heavy spatter, mainly on the top of each tag. I'm still fiddling around with a bunch of different brushes, trying to work out what will give me the spatter of my dreams, and I think this one actually is pretty good. It lets the paint go really easily. I've chosen a few of these embossed die cuts. They just punch out from the sheet, and if you wish to, you can cut off that tiny little piece of paper from where they were attached. To tell you the truth, other than showing you where I've done it right there, I didn't even bother. They're so tiny. And now I'm just having a play, lining up some of those images with the papers that I think they match. And I'm going to cut these papers with the same tag dies so that they get that lovely stitching around the sides and the bottom. I've made them all different heights, chosen a whole lot of different things, and we're just going to mix and match them today. As well as my images and my background papers, I'm going to want some sentiments, and so I've chosen some sentiments from this Rainbow Poppies set. There are lots of different pinks in this set. Now I've constructed each of the cards in pretty much the same way, so I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'll just show you the first card and then a little bit of the others where they were different. Basically what I've done is attached the paper to the bottom of the tag with a thin strip of red card just to make a nice border. I've glued those both directly to the tag and then popped up the image and the sentiment with foam tape. I love a double tag, and so I've actually cut another tag to go behind each of these, either in white or a bright colour or in one of the patterned papers. And I'm going to attach them together. Now where there's the fold over tag, I glued it on the front and then slid those 2 tags so that they're slightly offset, and then glued the back. For the other cards I actually did it before I put the string through, and that was better. I moved around where I put the sentiment depending on the tag. Sometimes it was down on the patterned paper, sometimes up at the top of the tag. You can see that this time I got the order right. This works much better doing it now. I did choose one black and white sentiment from another set. I think the black and white sentiment set. And whenever I use a black sentiment, I always go around the outside with my Memento Tuxedo Black marker. This tag here has just that little circle ring reinforcement on the hole, and so I haven't worried about gluing anything on the back. I've just put one on the front and put my string through. For this card I used the patterned paper to make that little ring reinforcement, and I like that little check at the top. nice little red pop at the hole looked nice too. Finally, this card's in the little mix because I was running out of red strips for this card, but actually it's mostly going to be hidden, so a little bit on the left was plenty. And so there are 7 tags. If you wanted to make them into cards, here's one simple way that you can do it. A nice embossed panel. I've used the baby blue embossing folder, which has been mounted onto another piece of coloured cardstock that's just a smidge bigger, and then you can mount your tag onto that. Your sentiment is already there because it's on the tag, and you're done. The last thing I did do was just glue the 2 offset layers of the tag together. And so here are the finished tags. There's plenty of room to write on them on the inside or on the back of the tag. In the case of the cards, obviously you could write inside them. They range from oranges to pinks to reds, but they definitely all hold together as a cohesive group. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave you with some close-up photos of all of the different tags, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye for now.